Hey guys, it was good to see all your videos this week, to learn a little bit about you, and a little bit about the music you guys like to listen to. So, Akila's question is, what is the best concert I've ever been to? To give a little bit of a background, I don't really like concerts that much. I think a lot of them are kind of expensive, and I don't like to spend that much money. And if I do want to spend that much money to go see something, I'd probably rather go see a sporting event, so that's usually what I would spend a lot of my money on for live events. But I do go to Summerfest every year and like to see acts there, and it's relatively cheap. I think it's like 20 bucks for general admission, and you can see a lot of good acts. So the best act I've ever seen there is Nelly. He just had a lot of energy. I really like a lot of his music, so I expected to like his concert. Unlike when I went to MGMT and expected to like their concert because I like their music, they had almost no energy. They didn't seem like they wanted to be there, and yeah, they just didn't look like they liked performing and didn't want to be there at all. So Nelly was actually the opposite. He seemed to be enjoying himself. He wanted the fans to have a good time, and yeah, it was a great time to go see him. And I expected him to play a lot of his throwbacks like Country Grammar and Air Force Ones, and I knew I would obviously like those, but I didn't expect to know or even like his newer songs, so that was a pleasant surprise. Another reason the concert was good was because of the fans that were there. Everyone seemed pretty into the concert. I went with a couple of my good buddies, and they were all really into it, and everyone was dancing, and there was space to move. Unlike when I went to Imagine Dragons a few years ago, and everyone was just standing there, you couldn't even really hear the act, and nobody was moving, and it was really crowded. Nelly had plenty of space to move. Even though he's a pretty popular person, since he's getting up there in age, and there's newer acts that people want to see, the concert really wasn't that crowded. But the people that were there wanted to be there and were dancing around and enjoying the music. So that was another reason. Just the atmosphere at the concert was really good. The weather that night was also really nice. It was clear skies, sunny out, nice out, nice cool breeze off Lake Michigan. So that'd be another reason to chalk that up as a good concert, even though that's not really anything the performer can control. I've been to concerts where it started downpouring and then you're just sitting in the rain, and it's not a fun place to be at, especially if the act isn't performing that well. So I'd have to say Nelly is far and away the best person I've ever seen in person. I've been to a couple of other concerts and they just weren't that great. I'm sure if I went to like a main amphitheater stage, which you have to pay a little bit more for, they'd be more into it. But since some of these acts know they're on like free stages, the general admission stages, they don't really care sometimes, and they're just doing it for the money. So it was good to see that Nelly, even though he was on a technically free stage, he was still really into it and wanted his fans to have a good time. So if you're interested in seeing him, he'll actually be back at Summerfest this year, and I'm sure it will be a great time. I'm interested to see what you guys' favorite concerts are, and I'll see you next week.